Look, guys, we're going to see some important changes coming in the update that you need to keep in mind, alright? Some things are just for you to know, and others so you can take action, alright? Others so you can take action. Look, this account is my alpha account, alright? The update hasn't come out yet, but I have access to it. So we can start to see some things. For example, the first thing we're going to check. Do the bodies at the port disappear? Let's find out. There wasn't a body here, so I can't say for sure. Okay, it likely disappeared here at some point, but I can't say for sure. I can only tell you about the ones I had. I'll check if I have any in the lab. Look, on the third floor, right now, as of today, on my regular account, there's still a body here. I have a body on the first floor, but there's nothing inside, okay? And in this one, okay, you can see it also has a body, right? And there's nothing inside, so I tend to think the body doesn't disappear. Look, the body is still here. So the bodies, even after this update, that has affected the lab. Okay? Since these floors have really undergone changes, but not where the bodies are, the bodies don't disappear. Still, I would pick them up, okay? But I've already seen that none of the bodies in the lab disappear. Now let's look at something important, which is the outside storage box. Look, one of the things that changes, but you don't have to do anything. Here, you don't need to do anything. If someone is suspicious and wants to do things, let them do it. Look, I have this chest, okay? It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows, 40 slots, okay? I have it at the maximum level. If you have it at a lower level, it will be lower, okay? Full of resonators. That's it. Now in the alpha, okay? This chest is in here, but there's no need to worry. That chest doesn't disappear. They've simply put that chest inside. If you have something super valuable and you don't trust Kefir, good job not trusting Kefir, that's perfect. You can empty it if you want. But in principle, okay? They put this chest here, exactly the same, okay? With its 8 rows, as you can see, it looks the same on the outside too, okay? If we go here, you see that it's the same, okay? With its Genesis chest on top, red and all that. The same, okay? Here it's darker and dirtier, okay? But it's exactly the same chest. So you absolutely don't need to touch this chest at all. Things that stay the same. The algae farm, okay? Wow, the algae farm. They took my stuff out. I hope they send it to my mailbox. It's possible that the recipe or something has changed. Or maybe it's a bug. We'll have to check this when it arrives, okay? But the algae farm, this is already in the update. It's on the alpha account, okay? In the alpha. It has disappeared for me, okay? It's there, but it's not set up, okay? So, just so you know, the armorer's bench is still here, okay? We can still use this here without any problem. There are no changes. No more changes around here. Man, wait, this is going to be blocked. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, 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 okay. Come on, I'll put in filters. Now, boom. Hey, look, man. Yes, sir. Well, look, biological reactor level 4. It fills up exactly the same as always, okay? There's no difference here. If I have algae, I'll remove them and we'll test it. It's still the same. It fills up just like before. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? You can see it here. The algae, the peat, the corn. Let's check out the cart on the 3rd floor. This thing that's been left here for 50 million years. Okay? If people visit, they're always here. Every time I come, people are here and this place resets. What's happening? Okay, the dog will break it for me since I didn't bring a weapon. See? Just like before. It's still full. I didn't put the most valuable things in, but from what I had a lot of, I said, well, I'll just leave it here filled up. If they ever send this to my mailbox, perfect. I think this will stay the same. Notice another change, which I think will affect a total of 0 people. Okay? Because the merchant, the janitor, used to ask you for 100 coins. Okay? But, to redeem any of these, no one will ever pay 100 coins. If you want to redeem it, just put the items here, since no one pays 100 coins. But now, if you had doubts, they charge 400 coins. I don't care if it's 100 coins or 7 million, I'm not going to pay. 100 coins or any number of coins above 5. Even 5 coins seems expensive, but 100 coins is an absurd limit. Asking for more just makes it worse. Anyway, there weren't any zombies on the 3rd floor. Every time there's an update, man, that affects the lab, boom, they add zombies, okay? I've already seen that there were zombies. Now, on my main account, where I haven't updated, everything is still the same, okay? Everything costs the same. But without adding the steel, titanium, and this, which I left out because it seemed pointless, since I wasn't sure it would ever be useful. Okay? But anyway, just so you know, there are no changes here. The only thing is that on the 3rd floor, they add zombies again. The zombies that are wandering around on the 3rd floor. Let's check if anything has changed in the points each item gives us. For instance, seaweed used to give 30 points. Okay? I'm going to put it here in big letters. Now they give 25, okay? This is a current screenshot. The coal. Okay? There wasn't coal before. They've made changes and added it. No, wait, I'm checking the sprouts. Seaweed used to give 50 points, now it's 25, but they've added new items. Okay? They give points too. They've added more things. Look, planted corn now gives 120. Okay? Peat gives 80. There are things that give a lot of points. Okay? Corn, seaweed. Corn seed gives 50. Okay? They've changed a lot of things. And now you can put in things like coal, like this new plague that we have a lot of left over. For sure. The slime from the island area, everything that goes to the island area. Okay? So, well, there are some changes here that aren't bad, right? They've lowered the value of seaweed. Okay? It used to give 50. That's right. The sprouts are the same as before. But corn, which used to give 10 and 25, now gives 50 and 120. Okay? And there are a lot of things that are useful for us. So, another change. I think it's a positive one. Positive. Even though they've lowered the value of seaweed. Okay? It's positive because they've increased the value of corn a lot. You can now place objects you couldn't before, and we'll have extras. I think this is a positive change for the bioreactor. Something super important. Okay? Something super important. It was something that worried me, and now I'm a little less worried about it. Okay? You already know that we have the system to deliver objects here. We increase our reputation with EVA. And EVA gives us things like, for example, upgrades. Okay? From the laboratory. Okay? The advantages and the disadvantages. Both things. Okay? Because there are intermediate levels here that you can't see. But above all, okay? The medicine cabinet. And the outfit skin. Okay? That's taken care of because even though I can't see it with my account, you know this has changed now. Here come rewards. This is a pass for an event. Okay? For the lab event. Okay? Where they give me a bunch of rewards. And here. Okay? They don't give me the medicine cabinet or the clothes because I've already unlocked them. But for that, I have Draco, okay? He sent me 2 screenshots, okay? Where you can see it, okay? Boom, boom, boom. Draco sends it to me here. And look, the medicine cabinet, you can still get it. But we have to see if these 7,500 points can be obtained for free or not. That's something we have to check now. It's available to buy in the Genesis store. For me, it's showing up here. Well, that's something else, right? I guess it's this one. You're giving me 10 medkits or you're giving me this crap, right? Or these 20 medkits, I don't know. But it asks for 7,500? Alright, I don't have it. Because it doesn't show up for me. And he also sends us another screenshot. Cool, right? There, at level 25, we can also see that you can get the Genesis skin. Okay? So theoretically, both could be obtained. I imagine that reaching level 25 won't be any problem. Alright? And you'll be able to get them without any issue. Okay? These 2 things. Sorry, this isn't where it should be. Alright? These 2 things will be obtainable. I think you'll be able to reach level 25 for free. Although it forces you to do the lab a bunch of times in a single season. Alright? Actually, it's probably going to be easier to get it now than before. The thing is, you'll have to do a lot of lab runs packed together to get these clothes. You had to do a lot of labs. But over the years, and now you'll have to do a lot of them packed together. And now, let's see if those 7,500 points can be earned for free. From the points that this lady gives you. And 200 is 300, 600, 1,000. S warehouse. If there are no more points to earn, these Genesis credits. Okay, they give us 1,000. Let's check the video I uploaded. Maybe they'll give me these. These vials. Yeah, look, they give vials for killing zombies. So does that mean you can get that cabinet for free? Probably yes. The thing is, they give us 1,000 points in the past. And the other 6,500 points we'll get by killing zombies. But anyway, as you can see, killing zombies gives us these vials too. Okay? That's what I wanted to check. So, does that mean you can get both things for free? Man, most likely yes. Both the clothes in book 25 and, okay? Also, you already know the lab is an area that has a normal mode. Protocol mode. 4 sectors. So, whoever wants to make the effort to get those kinds of items, okay? I think you can definitely get them. You'll have to spend a lot in a single season. But you'll still be able to get both of those. Clothing design, okay? That they've sent us here, okay? That we have here in book 25, like the medicine warehouse. Like I said, it's probably going to be easier now, okay? Even though the spending is more concentrated. I mean, cheaper, so to speak, you still have to do it. 8 or 10 labs in a single season. But in 8 or 10 labs, you take this warehouse before. Maybe you had to do 150 labs. Maybe for this lab, maybe not for this one. But for the clothes, maybe you had to do 150 labs, and for this warehouse, maybe 120 labs, so it's going to be much easier. I think it will be possible to get it for free. But of course, much more concentrated. You'll have to do a lot of labs in a single season, and a little thing that Jeffrey also sends me. Another thing are these upgrades, okay? What I was mentioning before too, in the past, okay? These upgrades. The advantages and disadvantages. Eva used to give them to us when we leveled up. But of course, Eva won't be working the same way anymore, so we'll need to buy this at the store now. That's what Jeffrey sent us. There are pros and cons, but we'll have to purchase them. I'd buy all of them unless there's something urgent. I would buy all the pros and all the cons, okay? To start unlocking the best ones, because in each season, you might only get 2 to unlock. And until you buy those, you won't get others, okay? Or in the next season, you might get the same ones again. So even if they're bad, I recommend always buying them. But anyway, although the lab has changed, it now requires spore weapons. Some may think it's worse because of that. The normal mode is worse, but protocol mode, it depends. Okay? Spore weapons versus Genesis weapons. We don't know which is worse. Spending, some people like it, some people don't. But at least everything that could be obtained in the lab, including the Kevlar clothing, can now be bought in the store. Look guys, this is my alpha account, the lab event, okay? It keeps coming. For now, it still shows up. We'll see if anything changes, but the lab event continues. But then, something has to change, because until now, they said you dealt more damage with the equalizer. Now it'll have to say you do more damage with another weapon or something similar, but this could be a big advantage. Look. Until now, when we had the laboratory event on my regular account. Okay? On the account that you all have right now. Okay? It should be nearby too. When you got this lab event, it would tell you deal extra damage with the equalizer. For example, the thing is, the equalizer, you can only use it, okay? In protocol mode, okay? Because the true power of a Genesis weapon, it's protocol mode. Here's the thing. Now in the new update, okay? In the alpha build where we have this change, the Genesis weapons, they do give us an advantage. For a weapon, for an anti-spore weapon. Okay? Any of the anti-spore weapons, they do give us an advantage. For example, for the pistol, for the rifle, they work for us for normal mode and for protocol mode because all the zombies are killed with anti-spore weapons. So be careful. Not only does the laboratory event remain, but it could even be better. Imagine they tell you, I'm going to give you carbon compound, factory part, as always, but besides that, your anti-spore pistol does 25% more damage perfect. Not anymore. I can't use the equalizer like before, only in protocol mode. Now, I'd use the pistol. We have to wait for the event to happen. Of course, all of this. But the event not only remains, it could even be an advantage.